Yeah. Morning to all chapter members and associates. Thanks for joining us here at the beautiful Seagate boardroom here. We're pleasure to have ourselves situated here for this Zoom call, and appreciate all your time and getting away from your duties to spend at least an hour and change here with us here at the Southeast meeting. We're going to call the meeting to order. I'd like to thank all the fellow board members that made it here today, and also those that had sent in some videos and some activities that we can watch here later in this presentation. As you are all well familiar, we have been utilizing this Zoom feature for other meetings. If you do have some ideas and some things you'd like to chat with us, make sure you utilize that feature on the side of the screen. And Jackie will take some notes here and let us know your comments, and we can reply to those as we go through this situation. Again, we want to thank everybody for coming in today. We're going to direct our attention for a quick word from our new section partner on the green before we get started.
Golf has been a part of my life since the very beginning. My dad introduced me to golf from a very early age. I spent my childhood playing golf as much as I possibly could, and I knew that that was what I wanted to do with my life. From there, I moved to America at the age of 18 to attend a golf academy. I then went on to play professional golf for 2 years, and then it happened. It was one of those injuries that you know at the time was bad enough to end the dream. Honestly, I was just hoping I could play golf again. I found work in the fledgling CBD industry, and that was a light bulb moment for me. So I educated myself on sort of the cannabis industry, so I understood what I was taking and what it felt like to take CBD, and I found that it was very helpful for my back pain, and sort of got me back on the golf course again. I researched and educated myself as much as I could on the CBD industry, the endocannabinoid system, and terpenes and other constituents of the plant, and the health benefits related to the body. I realized that my two passions could come together, and green CBD was born. I may have lost my dream to play professional golf, but I feel like I found something even more meaningful. It was against how people that love the game just like I do.
Thank you to On the Green and their support here of our chapter and our activities here. Next, I'm going to call up a report from the Assistance Committee Chair, Mr. Rick Sutton, PGA Assistant. Unfortunately, Rick can't be with us today, so I have his report, and I'll read that to you here. This is Rick's, I believe, third year running our assistance program. We're trying to grow this. This is from Rick. So we're very excited for the 2021 tournament season, as there will be an extra bonus pool option as part of our 4 Southeast Chapter Classics: the Palm Beach, Jupiter, Boca Raton, and Vero Beach. We look forward to providing 4 separate events, resulting in a total of potentially 8 events throughout the summer season 2021. As we look forward to grow, we want our participation to parallel with that, and we're working hard to provide fantastic venues and exciting formats, along with securing tournament partners separated so the Assistance Association will have their own partnership money as well. With the additional events, we hope to start an assistance point race with the goal of crowning a Southeast Chapter Assistance Player of the Year, and provide a potential Southeast Chapter Assistance team for a potential Ryder Cup event in the future involving other chapters in the South Florida section. We ask you do not hesitate to contact Rick with any questions, thoughts, or ideas you may have in regards to these assistance events. We want them to be a huge success. We have a numerous amount of professionals reaching out this year, inquiring and getting involved in the Southeast Chapter Assistance Association, and it'll be a fantastic addition to our team. So please don't hesitate to call Rick Sutton. Thank you, Rick, for your report. Now I'd like to call up Mr. J.R. Friend. He's our PGA member. He is now taking over our awards committee and our chairperson. Thanks, J.R.
Thank you. Good morning. I certainly hope that the golf season has treated you guys well. Everybody staying safe during these unprecedented times. Thank you to all those who took the time to either nominate your peers or complete an awards application this year. As we move forward this year, we continue to make changes in an effort to better streamline our awards process and identify more members for their dedication and service to the game. This year's process will kick off tomorrow, April 15th, when we launch nominations. The nomination deadlines will be June 1st, and from there, the committee will work to distribute applications to those nominated. As your new chairperson, I would like to thank Sean Costello for his service, along with all other committee members who took the time to review all applications in 2020. They did an amazing job, and we look to do the same this year. We certainly are blessed to be in such an amazing chapter and section with tremendous golf professionals doing outstanding work at their respective facilities. Our 2020 award recipients are Golf Professional of the Year, Paul Clivio; Teacher of the Year, Jerry Tucker; Bill Strasbaugh Award, Don Law; PGA Professional Development Award, Sean Costello; Player Development Award, Pam Elders; Youth Player Development Award, Kenny Leach; Assistant of the Year, John Bednar; and Merchandise of the Year, Steve Hudson. Congratulations to all of our award recipients. I look forward to serving you as your chapter awards chairperson, and I'm here for any questions or concerns. Thank you.
Thank you, JR. Thanks for your volunteer activities and getting involved here with our awards chairperson. We're sure you're going to do a great job for us here in the future. Now I'd like to call on our tournament committee chairperson, Mr. Sonny Grosso, to present his report for the tournament committee. Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you, Jeff. Good morning, everyone. My report will go as written. We'll talk about a couple things. First, let's always thank you to Steve Sponder, one of our main sponsors throughout the section in the chapter. Without him, a lot of these could not be possible. I'd like to thank Joe Beezup and John Bednar, who have helped me so far this year, JR last year, so I really appreciate that. We're going to be using probably 8 to 11 events in total for this summer, starting May 17th. Which is not on the website at the moment. It will be moving forward. It's going to be at Jupiter Country Club, so thank you for them for hosting. We'll then have June 1st, we'll be here at Seagate, and then the rest will be on there for you to look at. We're excited too to do the team match play again, which we're looking to start in June, beginning of June, once we have more facilities that are open to allowing guests outside to play. So we're hoping to start that up. We will send out some itinerary on that and some groundwork as we get closer. Other than that, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or to Joe or to John. We have a couple of places we're still looking to get venues towards the latter part of the season. We're still working hard on that, but if you are looking to host and are willing to, please let us know and we'll be able to do that. At this time, we're going to have a nice video from one of our main sponsors, Tag Marshall, and we'll see you soon.
For us, it's really streamlined everything and optimized our entire operation and made everything better for the staff, the members, and the guests.
These things the Tag Marshal has provided for us is 360-degree coverage of the golf course instead of your traditional line of sight. We can see what's going on in the golf course at any particular time, just at a glance. So to be able to have that efficiency has greatly impacted the guest experience as well as just our day-to-day operations.
It's so important for me to have Tag Marshall show me, where the groups are, if any groups are falling behind, and how to react to that.
If you want to have a good view and perspective of what's going on in the golf course, if you want to allocate the resources where they need to be, provide you with a better flow of your golf course, as well as providing services, then certainly on the back end, where I use it great is running those reports, looking at our full-by-full statistics. So again, I think the benefits are just numerous, and we're very lucky to have it.
It also provides a better experience for all of our golfers that are here. Pace of play is so important and can make or break an experience. And for us to be able to monitor it
from our cell phones, from our computers in the shop, from the computer in our office, and really address an issue that might be arising as soon as it happens. It's great.
I don't see why, especially a public facility, why they would not tap into this technology to basically make their operations much more efficient and to also help improve their customer experiences. It's a no-brainer to me.
Over the past couple of years, we've been able to add 3 tee times per day to our tee sheet inventory, which is, obviously incredible, massive increments of revenue that have come in from that, paying for the system, 1,000 times over. So the return on investment is for us huge.
The support staff at TAG is fabulous. The TAG Marshall team is great.
There's no question that the support and service team from Tech Marshall has been outstanding.
If you're looking to optimize your business, save money, create extra revenue, find hidden benefits, you're almost falling behind now if you don't implement this type of technology on your golf course.
You need to embrace technology. And do I need to invest in the business solution? Well, the answer is yes.
Almost every golf course should have it. I know that we cannot live without it. If it was removed, I don't know what I would do, because we rely on it so heavily, and it's been a key part of our success. So I would at least recommend taking a strong look at it and don't let yourself fall behind technology.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the meeting this morning. It's hard to believe that for those of us in Palm Beach County that a year ago today, our facilities were actually closed and we were all trying to navigate through COVID, figure out, how we were going to reopen, how we were going to keep our members safe, our staff safe, our families safe. So again, a huge thank you to all of our professionals, the facilities, sponsors for the 2020 season last year. My report and the financials are all in the package you received. My report will stand as written. You will notice we did run at a negative or at a deficit this last year. Didn't quite get the sponsorships due to COVID that we were anticipating. Still wanted to provide programming for all of our professionals. So we are working diligently to bring back those sponsorship levels to those of 2018, 2019. So we're really looking forward to a great summer and a great season of programming for all of our professionals. I would just like to take this opportunity to thank a couple of our professionals who have left the chapter. Our member at large and Award's Chair, Sean Costello, for all his work. We're really excited about JR coming in and excited for what he's going to offer the chapter. And also to Secretary Paul Crespo. Congratulations to him for moving to the Southern chapter. And then best of luck to all of you running for the at-large position as well this year. So really to finish my report, again, this chapter runs and the direction is driven, based on your input. So please reach out to us. Don't hesitate with any questions or concerns, and we're here to make your experiences as good as we can. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Thanks for your effort and your time there, Mr. Vice President. Appreciate that. And I'd like to say a few words, pretty much echoing Ben's statements. It's hard to imagine what we've been through the past year with all of our facilities closed, and we've come a long way, right? We're starting to see a little bit of that light at the end of the tunnel, although it's slowly opening. I know a lot of clubs haven't really done much as far as allowing guest play and things like this, so we'll get there. My report, as you'll see, stands as written. Just wanted to read a few items in the middle of it, the middle section here. Special thanks goes to Sonny Grasso. Those of you who don't know, this past year flashback, it was a kind of a ad hoc year. We had to do a lot of things on the fly, and Sonny and JR did a great job kind of piecing things together and getting this past summer running through. Just want to give those guys a real thumbs up and help in getting that thing running. It's great. So you can imagine now we got a little bit of freedom, a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. We have a nice tournament program for you this upcoming summer. And that being said, I want to shout out again to Global Golf and Steve Sponder, one of our longtime standing friends and partners here at the Southeast chapter. And he's been kind of driving our ship, so to speak, to keep us straight and narrow. We appreciate all his ideas and guidance, and really want to promote his brand, because he's just not a great a friend, but he's a great businessman, and he's a great producer of products and goods. So if you have any sort of buying power at your facility, and you've got any sort of thoughts and other vendors, and you're shopping around the country, take a good look at him. He can get a lot of things that aren't even in his catalog, that really aren't even in his line of work. Just call him up on the phone and ask, and he can really help you down that road. So thank you, Steve. Also, like I said, my report stands as written at the bottom. I just want to mention a few items. We're going to add in some golf instructional programming in a new fashion this year to help instructors teach instructors, right? So you can have some of the better workers at your facility who might not have the highest confidence in their game as far as a teaching game. We're going to have these programs set up and actually have a select few go to a separate site to actually kind of diagnose your presentation skills, your teaching skills, your communication skills, and it's really a nice added benefit for those that are in our chapter. So look forward to those coming out. And lastly, we wanted to put in your head that we're going to continue on with some of the forefathers of our Southeast chapter who have run some fun pro lady events in the past few summers to kind of help us get some of our members that are here around and have some fun and promoting the goodwill and social aspect of golf. So we're going to try not to lose that demographic and lose those ladies. We want to promote that throughout this upcoming summer. So you'll see those on our Blue Golf chapter list as we get venues set, and it'll be a fun activity. You can kind of take some of your ladies that are in town throughout the summer and have some fun. So please keep an eye out for that. Want to just make sure I thank some of the new folks. As you know, the past few years, our chapter board has turned. Some faces have left us. We've added some new faces to join us. So we're very excited about that. And it's great because we're promoting new ideas, new backgrounds, new elements, and we're totally welcoming of all these aspects, because that's what makes this chapter great. We're not afraid to take a new professional, a new associate from another area, or a Class A professional, and put them into a juniors program or an awards program. So we're very excited to all the new fellows and ladies that are helping us in those newly appointed positions. So thank you. Now I can call on our District 13 Director, Mr. Mark Van Dyke, for his report for the chapter.
Hello, section members. I hope you've had a great couple of months this last spring. I know we've been opening up with COVID restrictions lessening and the opportunities to play more golf with our members and our guests at our facilities. I look forward to the months ahead and hopefully getting back to where we were before the pandemic hit. I just want to give you a quick update on national affairs over the last couple of months. First of all, let's take a quick review of what we did in 2020. As we look back at what happened in 2020, obviously it was a challenge, but there were a lot of great things that happened in our great game. When the country was shut down, everybody got to play golf. Rounds of golf were up tremendously over the course of the 7 or 8 months that we were basically shut down, as it was deemed an essential outdoor exercise. Actually, they were up 37% back in December. I have those numbers, and actually up 56% the month before in November. Overall, we're up 14% for the year. That's the entire country at 27.7 million rounds of golf from the previous year, which was 24 million rounds of golf. Such an incredible thing we did. Back to Golf, created by the PGA of America, gave us the blueprint to reopen our facilities. We, the PGA professional, were the most valuable player at the facility while we were down during COVID. I want to personally thank Chief Member Officer John Easterbrook and his entire team for getting us going with Back to Golf. As you know, we did 3 or 4 versions of it, and I believe it really helped us through this pandemic. We have a new at-large director. Her name is Kathy Hart. She is a PGA Master Professional and also an LPGA member. She is the owner and operator of Pine Ridge Golf Course in Paris, Texas, which is actually close to the headquarters of Frisco, which bodes well for us. She replaced Renee Powell, who stepped down after great service in November's annual meeting, which, as you all know, was done virtually. And now an update on championships. As you all know, the PGA Championship is upon us. It will be played May 20th to 23rd at Kiawah Island. We look forward to a great event. We will have spectators. Unfortunately, we cannot sell out like we normally would in previous years. Obviously, you know, last year in San Francisco, Army Park, we had no fans. But this particular year, we will be allowed to have 10,000 fans. We look forward to that. We also have new this year, we have an additional 3 of the top players from the European Tour are able to play in the event. At no time is this taken away from the 20 PGA members that get to play. These are 3 European Tour players through the Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship, Omega, Saudi International, Oman Huffman, Capture Masters, Magical Kenya Open. You know, the top 3 players of those events get to play in the PGA Championship because the board felt that we needed to have a very, very strong field moving forward. Again, the 20 get to still play, and we look forward to that at Kiawah. The Kitchenaid Senior PGA Championship is at Southern Hills, and that will take place immediately after the PGA Championship the very next week, May 25th through the 30th. We look forward to coming to Oklahoma, and moreover, as you all know, the 2022 PGA Championship will now be held at Southern Hills as well. So that bodes well for our championships team, as they will already be on site working on it a year before for the 2022 PGA Championship. And lastly, the KPMG Women's PGA Championship will be held June 22nd to the 27th at the Atlanta Athletic Club. We look forward to a great event there as well. The Ryder Cup is coming up in September. As you know, we had to postpone it last year due to the COVID. However, the good news is now that we're on the off years back to where we were prior to 9/11, where we had to move it then, we are now not competing with the Summer Olympics every 4 years, as that was the case with the home Ryder Cup. Now we are separate from any of that, and we will have much, much greater success with our Ryder Cups moving forward, especially the ones here in the United States. A quick update on properties. PGA Palm Beach Gardens office. The office is complete. Staff is moving in. 25% of the building will be subleased, so we can make some money off of that. And the cost of the building was well under budget. And when it comes time to sell, when everyone moves to Frisco, we will be able to leave cleanly and swiftly. Speaking of Frisco, Frisco headquarters is well underway. I had the privilege to be there 2 weeks ago at a PGA board meeting and national committee meeting. We took a VIP tour of the property. All the steel is erected at the headquarters, and the golf courses are fully grown in. Golf course architect Gil Hans, along with general manager, PGA member Jimmy Terry, are very, very happy with the progress. And I was able to take a look at all 36 holes with my own eyes. I will tell you, everybody, it is going to be something that every PGA member can be very proud of. We look forward to having great events there in the years to come, specifically PGA Championships and possibly a Ryder Cup. Another really cool thing at PGA Frisco is a 75,000 square foot putting green that's being constructed. That's right, 75,000 square feet. It is being called the dance floor, and it is going to be the centerpiece of the entire PGA Frisco experience. Rolex is now the official timekeeper for the PGA of America. We did have an agreement with Omega, but now Rolex is the official timekeeper. What excites me the most about Rolex is its long and storied relationship with the game of golf, both at the championships of the grassroots and the grassroots level. We will have this agreement at the PGA Championship. We will have it also at the Ryder Cup as well. And what's the PGA member benefit by having Rolex with us? They make a broad commitment to support all our PGA members and programs throughout the partnership. This includes sponsorships for the PGA Professional Championship and the PGA Professional Player of the Year Awards through the association. A quick update on PGA Reach. Not much to report since the last time, but PGA Works and GMU scholarships have expanded. We have also expanded to 16 fellowships and 2 external foundations that have reached out to see that there are more opportunities to partner with. The Collegiate Championship had to be canceled last year, but we are looking at GPC Sawgrass to host the event this year. As you may or may not know, the fourth pillar of the PGA Reach program is called A Place to Play. This is an opportunity to bring the game of golf into rural, city, urban areas. And the first golf property that's going to be there is right here in our section. It's going to be at the West Palm Beach Golf Club. I actually had the privilege to walk the golf course with our executive director, Jeff Lofstead, and section officers. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful course once complete. I was able to see the blueprint, the clubhouse, and of course the section headquarters will be housed there as well. South Florida PGA professionals can be proud to know that at this facility, we will be able to take the game to the next level for our national PGA programs. Last but not least, employment. Career services are up 18% in employment placements from last year. This is a very, very good trend. I want to personally thank our career consultant, Kathy Grayson, for all her hard work and everything she does for us in the South Florida PGA. We are now getting to the table at some of the biggest jobs in the country. Cherry Hills Country Club, we just placed Adios. Other places all over the country, we are now in the mix for this job with PGA Career Services. It's really important that this trend keeps on continuing as it has been over the last year, because it's just going to be much, much, much benefit to you as a PGA member if you're looking for employment, whether it's a step up or a new job, or just lost your job and looking for a new one. Kathy will make sure that she does everything she can in her power to help you in the right path. I am now the chairman of the National Employment Committee. I, along with co-chairman Dave Schneider, are looking forward to the next 2 years of making sure that the PGA member, not just here nationally, but here in the section as well, has every single tool possible to become better employed and always stay employed. I feel it's very, very important that we give our PGA career consultants all the ammunition possible to be able to allow us all to have the jobs we want. This means going into PGA facilities, or rather going into golf facilities that don't have a PGA member and saying, hey, here's the value of a PGA member. You should take a look. We can talk to these owners and operators and get PGA members into some great, great facilities, not just in South Florida, but all over the country. The PGA career consultant, in my mind, should be the most important PGA of America staff member that each and every one of you know, okay? Meaning Kathy Grayson should be that person to you. So I believe employment is the most important thing a PGA member could have. The most important benefit a PGA member has is employment consultants, my opinion. And I'm going to do everything I can in my next 2 years as chairman to make sure that that happens at the national level. In closing, I please ask that you please communicate with your section and chapter members to do the membership survey on Pga.com. As our CEO, Seth Bloss, says, we need to get the game to look like the world so we can get the world to look like the game. This survey will certainly help in that endeavor. I thank you very much for your time, and I will hope you have a wonderful meeting.
Thank you, Mark Van Dyke. Appreciate your words there as our district director. Now I'd like to call on our executive director of the section, Mr. Jeff Lofstead.
Thank you, Jeff. It's good to be here today. I'm not sure that we'll ever get used to doing meetings in this fashion. Hopefully by the time we get used to it, we'll be done doing it. But hopefully all of you are starting to see a little bit of the slowing of what has been an incredibly hectic, not only season, but really last 12 to 13 months. One of the things that I've said to many people with regard to South Florida PGA professionals is I feel like in regard to this pandemic, you all have certainly had the short end of the stick. And what I mean by that is this thing started right in the middle, the latter half of the season last year. Your summer was unlike probably any summer that you've ever had in the past. And then as we started the season again this year, all of a sudden cases started to spike again. So I admire all of you for what you've done and how you've led the golf industry, because I know your peers were looking to you for advice on how to do things when they started their season last summer. Sticking on the same topic here with COVID, Ben mentioned this earlier, but part of the Southeast chapter at this time last year was shut down due to local county order, and quite honestly,
really didn't know when the golf season would resume here in Palm Beach County and other parts south of us. And I don't think any of us could have predicted what happened from that point forward. And what happened from that point forward, and Mark referenced a little bit of this as well, what happened from this point forward last year is almost unprecedented in the industry, in the game of golf. The last year's rounds were just 1 year short of being a historical high. We improved 60 million rounds last year as compared to the year before. New golfers were at 3 million new golfers to the game. Juniors, and another big number, we'll talk more about juniors later, 600,000 new kids came into the game last year. And so you look at the incredible wave that we rode last year, and certainly we know that so many others didn't fare as well as the golf industry did, and others suffered significantly and lost significantly. But fortunately for us, the pandemic has kind of rejuvenated the game. The only time in history that we've seen numbers that eclipsed last year was in 1997 after Tiger Woods won the Masters for his very first time. You know, one of the other numbers that I tend to watch and watched last year quite a bit was equipment sales. In the third quarter of last year, the manufacturers reported historical records, the best quarter they've ever had in the history of their company. And I think that says a lot of things for the golf industry. But to me, one thing that says is that those that were playing the game at that point, and hopefully will continue to do so, are committed to the game, and they're buying equipment, and they want to get better, and they're engaged and invested in the game. I think the other area that I've heard repeatedly that is significantly up from years prior is instruction. Another great indicator for me that people are engaged and want to stay in the game. And while I know all of you are ready for a much-deserved break, I do hope that there is some forecasting as we go forward to think about ways in which we can continue to ride this wave as long as possible, and ways to keep these golfers, new golfers to the game, in the game, are engaged, and core golfers continuing to play at the levels they're playing. And you know, certainly we were almost competing against nothing when it comes to entertainment opportunities, because there was no other entertainment opportunities available, and so disposable income tended to go toward the game. And as those entertainment venues, and certainly some of those are opening up now, as those come forward, it will make it a little bit of a challenge to maintain the current levels, but hopefully we can ride this wave as long as possible. We've already started the section tournament program. We had the sold-out Pro Lady Championship at Fort Lauderdale Country Club a couple weeks ago. Next week we'll be playing the sold-out Pro Official at Old Marsh Golf Club. We also have our annual Nelson Cup matches, which unfortunately we weren't able to play last year, but we'll be playing those this year over in the Southwest chapter. And we have our first major of the year, the Fort Lauderdale Open, that will be played the first week of May at Fort Lauderdale Country Club. All indications are that participation is going to be as high as it was last year, where we were at capacity for so many of our events. With the early events that we've sold out, we're well on our way to a sell for the Fort Lauderdale Open. What I would say to you is, if you plan to play in the past, in many cases you were able to wait until close to the deadline to enter. I would certainly look at entering earlier than normal for activities this year if you continue to want to participate in section activities. One other area of the section tournaments that I want to reference is the Hole-in-One Club. It was new to the section last year. It's important that I point out that that is for section events, not chapter events, but the Hole-in-One Club, supported by Jim Larry and the Smart Pen Technologies, Steve Spawner, and Global Golf Sales. Last year we had 2 hole-in-ones. Unfortunately, they were not in the Hole-in-One Club. So unfortunate for them, fortunate for the overall purse for the Hole-in-One Club. That all rolled to this year. That was approximately $9,000. And when we add in the entry fees and the partner support for this year, we expect that payout to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $18,000 to $20,000. If you're the lucky one that scores that hole-in-one, it'll certainly be the largest check that the section's ever paid out. So I'd encourage you to enter the Hole-in-One Club before you participate in any section activity. With regard to junior golf, we're seeing very strong participation numbers in our junior golf program. We're up over 100 members from where we would normally be at this time of year, not necessarily comparing to last year, but comparing to previous years, we're up 100 members. Thus far, we've had 14 events. 10 of those have sold out already. Some of those sold out in hours when registration opened, and the other events are near capacity. I think one area where all of you in the Southeast chapter could really benefit, not only from junior golf, but the number that I talked about earlier, 600,000 new kids playing the game, is PGA Junior League. And it's really a great opportunity that the 600,000 kids that came into the game last year, they're not ready for our junior tour yet, but they are most certainly ready for PGA Junior League. It's the perfect on-ramp to playing the game, allowing these kids to enjoy it in an atmosphere with their friends as beginners. I would really encourage you to look at the PGA Junior League program. And one of the things that I hear so often is, well, we don't have juniors at our facility. And what I would say is that so many facilities that don't have juniors do a PGA Junior Golf League program, and they've gone out into the community, and whether those be local schools or churches or local businesses, and advertise the program to those kids and allowed those kids to come in. Those kids end up, and those families end up buying more lessons, buying food and beverage, and hopefully at some point even joining the facility or playing golf at the facility. So it's really a great opportunity to earn some additional income, to help your facility with a revenue generating program, and really take advantage of all these kids that have come into the game that hopefully we can keep into the game. Our section foundation is finally back into the swing of things. Last year we were unable to do virtually everything that we do in the foundation due to the pandemic, but we've started several PGA Hope programs. In fact, we have the graduation here in the Southeast chapter this afternoon at Fairwinds Golf Club. Our PGA Hope program's up and running all around the section, and we'll continue to do so throughout the course of this year. Already talked about junior golf, and we've agreed to sponsor and build our 9th Habitat for Humanity home. This one will be in the Southwest chapter in Charlotte County. So we're enjoying doing what our foundation mission has really set out to do over the last decade, which is to change and improve lives in our community through the game of golf, and we're happy to be back doing that again. Shortly, Kathy Grayson will provide her report on career services. One of the items she'll talk about is the Pga Compensation Survey. There's been dramatic changes to that to make that an improved process for all of you. I really would strongly encourage you, if you can complete that survey, to complete that survey. I think the changes that have been made will be helpful to our section. You no longer have to do this in the middle of your season in March. You can really do it anytime throughout the course of the year. So we'll really be publicizing that a great deal in the month of May. And it really becomes a tool that if we get our PGA members to fill this compensation survey out, it's going to improve the livelihoods of all PGA members. It really has a tremendous difference and impact whenever we go in and meet with employers. Our annual meeting will be held on June 9th this year. It will also be conducted in a virtual format as it was last year. We certainly look forward to getting back to in-person meetings, and hopefully that will happen with your chapter meetings here in the fall. But more details and information will be coming out about the annual meeting soon. Mark touched on the West Palm Beach Golf Park, and it's a project that we've been involved with PGA of America and a separate trust that has been set up to run West Palm Beach Golf Park. Our office will end up relocating. We'll be building a structure there on property. The hopes is that Gil Hans will start moving dirt here on sometime really in early June to shape the golf course over the next 4 or 5 months following the start. And our building and the clubhouse and the maintenance structure, we hope, will begin sometime around the fourth quarter with an anticipated grand opening on November 1st of 2022. It'll certainly give us as a section an opportunity to conduct so many of our programs, whether it be junior golf or PGA Hope, right there on site. And then also it'll be a golf course completely capable of hosting the section championship. So we look forward to that coming to fruition. So in closing, wish you the best of luck as you close out your current golf season. You get to what I hope to be a more normal summer for all of you, and I hope to see you out participating in section activity and certainly your chapter activities throughout the course of the summer. If there's anything that I can do or any of our staff can do, please don't ever hesitate to contact us in the section office. At this point, we're going to show a couple junior golf videos followed by Kathy Grayson's report with Career Services. Thank you.
PGA generally is team golf, so a bunch of kids in your team, and it's cool because you're helping each other golf and giving each other tips to get better and better. You get to become such a better golfer with coaches and hitting the ball and putting.
It's a different experience as if you go out and play by yourself. Instead of trying to compete, you want to compete together. You want to try to get the best score together.
Without PGA Junior League, I wouldn't know half the kids that I know. I wouldn't have some of the good friends that I have. Your friends are always there to calm your nerves, and then you play better, you have fun all the time, which is the most important part.
I'm getting really better at golfing than when I started.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. You still got people to cheer you on if you lose.
It's fun because you get to talk to other people, and it's not so serious where it's like, okay, I'm trying to beat you. It's like, okay, we're having fun. Let's play together, you know? It changes your personality and like the way that you see situations. It helped me grow as a person.
This is more about life lessons. You did a great job, but it's the way you take it after.
It doesn't matter if you're big or small, or it just matters that you want to make new friends. And you're having fun.
Yeah.
It's just like a dream. You make so many friends. Like I already made like 3 best friends, which is crazy. PGA Junior League is just the coolest thing I've ever done. That's fun.
PGA Junior League is awesome.
In addition to PGA Junior League, the South Florida PGA hosts 5 junior tours across South Florida for ages 6 to 23. We start with the Lake Stewart, which is our general tour for ages 6 to 14, where they can come out and play 9 holes with caddies to learn style golf and gain experience. Next on the prep tour for ages 9 to 18, they play 18 holes without a caddy to prepare for the next level of golf, the Challenge Tour. The Challenge Tour is our 36-hole tour for ages 11 to 18 for advanced level players. Next is the Championship Tour, which is our invitation-only tour, also 36 holes for players ages 13 to 18. In addition to all these programs, we also have our local, sub-regional, and regional qualifiers. We host 10 local qualifiers across South Florida, which feed into our 2 sub-regional qualifiers and then our regional. At DCP, players compete in a skills competition where they hit 3 drives, 3 chips, and 3 putts in hopes of advancing to Augusta National.
Hello, PGA members and associates. It's April. Congratulations, you made it through another extremely busy season. And I'm sure you are all very excited to catch your breath and hopefully take a break this summer. I'd like to talk to you today about 4 very important topics to keep at the forefront of your mind. First of all, Pga Profiles. Currently, we have approximately 1,700 active South Florida members and associates. 60% of those, so about 1,000, have completed their profile and filled it out on pga.org. So thank you to all of you who have done that. It's so very important. And to the 700 active members who have yet to fill that out, please take time to go on pga.org under your account and fill out your new preferences. That gives us the ability to keep track of you and ensure that you get the proper notifications from headquarters, especially about career opportunities. Second, and probably the most important topic, is the Pga Compensation Survey that was just released. So this survey now lives in your profile on pga.org, and it's perpetual. So you can go in anytime and make changes to it. It's extremely simple. We went from a barrage of questions down to 4 or 5 simple questions. It'll take you less than 3 minutes to complete. It's very important information. It gives me the ammunition to drive compensation when I meet with employers. It gives you ammunition to drive compensation when you're seeking a promotion. It's confidential. I know it's been a sticking point in the past, but again, it's privy to your profile. So it is confidential, and again, it takes less than 3 minutes to complete. So it's very important for me to have this information, and it's very important for you to have the information to help you advance your career. One of the things you need to know is headquarters is now tying Section ADP money to completion of the survey. So we definitely want to make sure Section gets the money that it deserves, and it's up to you all to help out with that and participate in filling out this compensation survey. Again, you will receive 1 MSR credit, and right now, we've only had 90 members complete the survey. It has just been released, and I know we're at the end of our season, but please go in when you have the opportunity and fill that out. Extremely important. Attracting and retaining future staff. This is going to be more challenging than ever as we head into the hiring season. I'll give you a few data points. Right now, we have 3,400 associate professionals nationwide. We have 1,200 PGA University students enrolled in the PGA management program. And if you look on pga.org right now, as of yesterday, there were 428 assistant professional and support staff openings on pga.org. So one of the things that Keith Fisher, who is the career consultant in the Ohio and Kentucky section, and I are putting together is a comprehensive presentation on this topic. And what we're going to do is give you more data points on demographics, compensation trends, demographic trends, and then also give you some ideas on how to shift your mindset and different points that you can utilize to attract and retain really good talent. So that presentation will come out most likely in May. We're working on the data gathering facts right now, and we hope to have that to you before we get deep into our hiring season. And then finally, executive search. I want to let you know that our section leads the nation in executive searches. So important that we get in the mix when there are opportunities for a couple of reasons. Number one, Jeff Lofstad and I usually sit in with the employers, whether that be a facility owner, a board of directors, and we can help protect your job. Additionally, if you're looking to make that career move, that next step up, we can ensure that you at least get the opportunity to apply, and we can help push your name forward. So obviously, the employers own the jobs, they're going to make the final decision, but it's important that the section try to be involved in as many opportunities as possible. So we need you to be a great marketing advocate for us. You know firsthand if there's an opportunity at your club or if something is going to become available. So if you can please just let us know, we would greatly appreciate it. Again, it's so beneficial to you in the long run. I hope you have a great summer. I hope you all are well, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you soon. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. You have my contact information, or you can find it on the section website. Thank you and have a great off season.
Greetings to our fellow PGA professionals. Signature Golf is once again a proud section sponsor. We have a bevy of exciting benefits for you as a PGA professional in 2021. So the question remains, where to first? Signature Golf offers our clients a team of dedicated PGA professionals with over 150 years of combined membership, privately owned transportation vehicles, flexible payment terms, and our exclusive loyalty program are just a few of the reasons why so many PGA professionals choose Signature Golf for all of their travel needs. New for 2021, Signature Golf offers 3 convenient ways to pay for your trip. For those who pay right away, for those who save for a rainy day, and for those who prefer things on layaway, we've got a payment option for you. PGA professionals enjoy exemplary benefits when they partner with us at Signature Golf. In case you missed in our last presentation,
please ask the regional director for information on our PGA program, our world-class proposals and marketing toolkits, and our section sponsorship capital center.
The 150th Open in July of 2022 returns to hallowed ground at the Old Course at St. Andrews Lakes. Let us provide you and your members with front row seats to one of our signature golf authorized hospitality packages. Book your international trip for 2022 with Signature Golf through the end of July 2021 with a 100% travel credit guarantee. Deposits begin from $750 per person. Contact your Signature Golf representative today to start making the payments on all of the tailored options to help you and create your club and your membership today.
Thank you to Signature Golf, another longtime sponsor and partner of the chapter and the section. Thank you for that. Before we get down to some other items, the old business and new business, I wanted to recognize some folks that have been very instrumental here in the Southeast chapter, and I feel it's the right time to recognize their achievements. That being one of our own, Alan Moran, playing really well to get into the Honda Classic this past year, and also he'll be teeing it up at the Senior PGA Championship out of Southern Hills later this summer. Congratulations to Alan. It's a pretty amazing feat from the Southeast chapter. And secondly, playing the Puerto Rico Open, he qualified for that as well, was Tyler Collette. He did a great job to get down there, winning our section championship and then making it down to Puerto Rico. I know the conditions were tough and it was a really big challenge down there, but congratulations to Tyler for making us proud. A few more items of note of recognitions here. We do have our top players attending the PGA National Championship being hosted later this month in April. We have, thanks to Mr. Lofstead and the section staff, we've got an extra alternate into the field. So 14 players will be playing up there, and I'm not sure the exact count that are Southeast chapter members, but I know it's quite a few. So congratulations to all those gentlemen, and play well in a few weeks. Appreciate that. So now I'd like to just read off a few extra notes. I'm going to pull up Mr. Ben Bauer to read his last report, then he'll send it back to me. Thank you.
Thank you. As part of the secretary report, we would like to recognize all the new members to the chapter. Benjamin Campbell, PGA. Jacob Lehman, PGA. Tyler Mraz, PGA. Daniel Mock, PGA. Devin Olds, PGA. Eric Christofferson, PGA. Tim Cantwell, PGA. Woo Woo Lee, PGA. Ashley Mooney, PGA. Tim Howard, PGA. Kenneth Leach, PGA. And Thomas Sabo, PGA. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations and welcome to the chapter and the section. We also unfortunately had a few members leave us since our last meeting, so we did want to announce them, and we will have a moment of silence afterwards. Joseph Enos, Bob Pop, Thomas McGuire, and Frank Pedor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben, and congratulations to the new members to our chapter. Again, before I run into some old business, I'd be reluctant to forget. I'd hate myself for forgetting. We just saw beautiful activities at Augusta, Georgia this past week with drive, chip, and putt, and fantastic young kids hitting the ball, fantastic, and chipping and putting like I wished to be. And in those mix of players, we wanted to recognize some of our own that qualified through here that happen to reside fairly close in our Southeast chapter that made it up there. Ryan Nana Tenke, he's out of PGA National. Reese McMillan out of Loxahatchee Club, and another good player there, Morgan Rodriguez. So I know there's a lot of professionals listening on this call and watching. I know you probably had some hand in some of these players getting this far, so congratulations on watching these kids grow and play so well. All right, now we're going to move through to some old business. I'm just going to ask you again if you've utilized that chat bar on the side of your Zoom screen. I know you've been looking at that for about an hour here just to see if there's any ideas in your head. Feel free to contact Jackie. We can talk about that. Again, I'm asking again for any old business. Okay. Thank you for that. So now we're going to move through to some new business. We had a special election this year for a couple positions here in the Southeast Chapter ranks. The first one we could talk about would be the new secretary position. We want to congratulate one of our Southeast Chapter members, Mr. Steve Hudson. He ran unopposed and has gratefully accepted the position here as secretary. And again, we're looking for new ideas, new faces. He's been in our chapter for quite some time, but I know he's going to really add some fantastic ideas and things to us here. Here's a video from Steve. Enjoy.
Greetings, fellow professionals. Steve Hudson, Director of Golf here at John's Island Club. I'm honored to be the secretary of the Southeast Chapter. A little bit about myself. I've been here at John's Island Club for the past 15 years, including the Director of Golf for the last 4. At the chapter level, I've served on a few committees, including the current Awards Committee, the current Partnerships Committee, and I've also served as your at-large representative to the section board. I've got big shoes to fill with Paul Crespo's departure, but I'm ready for the challenge. Let's finish this crazy season strong. I'll see everybody on the golf course this summer.
Thank you, Steve. Congratulations and welcome to the team. Like I said, we're looking to get great folks from all parts of the chapter. We run from Vero Beach down to Boca Raton, so we got the whole entire section covered here, our chapter covered. Thanks again for your time and your efforts. And the other special election that we did have, we were looking at filling a position there because we had some great members leave our chapter. So the member at large position was contested with 3 candidates. We had Sonny Grasso, Gary Nelson, and Bridget Ackley. We'd love to say thank you to all 3 candidates putting in some information and displaying your thoughts and your ideas to kind of help get into that position and really help us at the chapter level, then sit on the section board and listen and kind of be our eyes and ears. And it's my great honor to recognize the winner of that special election, Mr. Sonny Grasso. He's actually sitting here at our chapter board. Congratulations, Sonny. Welcome to the board level, and thank you. Well deserved. This will be formalized later in June. This member at large position will be sworn in at the section annual meeting. Again, that will be in June. So thanks again for those candidates who put in their time and efforts. And this now will be the time to close our formal business in this chapter meeting. Before we do that, I want to make sure there's any items on your mind. Again, use that taskbar if there's any new open forum ideas or chats or discussions. We'd like to hear from you. Please feel free to type them in now to Jackie. No new items? Okay. All right. Well, we are looking to adjourn the meeting. I would ask for a second to adjourn the Southeast Chapter meeting. Do I get a second?
Second.
There we go. Okay, now the meeting is officially adjourned. Again, thank you all. Thank you to our chapter board and all of you that attended the meeting. Have a great summer and feel free to reach out and let us know your thoughts, and good luck through the next few weeks.